Let's do a 2024 What's in My Camera Bag. And this is the 25-liter Urban Explorer by Shimoda. And yes, I should have bought a bigger bag. Little Jaws reference in case you didn't get it. But let's dive into it and I'll show you what I've been using so far. 2021 MacBook Pro M1 16 gig. Nothing special, but it's very good, especially for me who upgraded from a 2013 MacBook Pro. It's just not my bag because I'm not traveling anywhere, so why would I throw it in my bag? So we're gonna start with the side quick and what I have in here. And that's just gonna be a battery pack from Anker. This one lasts a while, so it's really nice. A cable in case I need it to charge anything, and then just a multi-tool. We're gonna open it up and see what I got in here. And obviously this changes month to month if you're me, because every shoot's different, right? Sometimes I need this gear, sometimes I don't. I've been shooting a lot of concerts this month, so that's the kind of gear we have in here. So first off, we've got the Sigma 70 to 200. This is insane for concerts. The bokeh's fantastic, the compression's amazing, and it's internal zoom. The only thing is that it's a little bit beefy, and I got the Freewell filters on this because they just pop right on and right off. That is nice, but I do have my beef with those filters, and I have a link to the review I did on those filters. So let's jump into the camera, and it's gonna be the Sony a7 IV, 33 megapixels, 24 frames a second, 60 frames a second cropped, which has become to bother me recently when I've been doing a lot more videos. And one of the things that is nice is I've had these Freewell filters on here as well, so they just pop on and off, which is great when you're doing run and gun style, but I will say they do pop off kind of easy, which can be annoying, and with how expensive they are, you wish they would stay on better. And then I've got the Sigma 24 to 70, which is a great all-around lens. It's a 2.8. It's a little on the chunky side. It's a little beefy, kind of heavier setup because of how much this lens weighs. For the price point of like $800 right now, because this is the version 1, you can't go wrong with something like this. Next, we're gonna jump into this part right here. This is just the Atmos Ninja. I use this for when I do BTS videos or basically any type of video. And you know, it's just nice to have on top of your camera just to have a monitor to see recording yourself or recording others, because I have some built-in LUTs into there, and then I have it on S-Log3 Assist on here, so that way I can see the difference. Or sometimes I just leave it right on S-Log3, so that way I can see what it looks like in here versus S-Log3 Assist. It really just depends on what I'm shooting. And then I have this little SmallRig adapter to go on the bottom, so that way right here it can go on the hot shoe mount. So something super simple and easy. And then here is the SmallRig batteries. These are very nice. These are around about $80, but they're worth every penny because it's got the output right here, so you can actually charge your camera and use this at the same time. It'll last with this and charging your camera about 3 hours, so you can't really go wrong on having something like this in your bag. And this right here has become basically a staple in my camera bag that I use all the time. Almost never leaves my camera bag unless I decide to just take it by itself and throw it in my back pocket because it's so small you can take it. And that's the Fujifilm X100V. You really can't go wrong with having a nice point and shoot with you. I really enjoy having this. And then when you throw a black mist filter on here, it's just fantastic photos. I just love it. Especially when you're just doing some fun shoots. It just gives a unique perspective. You've got those built-in film simulations. So this is something that's basically in my bag at all times. And then right over here, we have a Peak Design camera strap. This is the light slide. It's like an olive green one because I love this color. And as you can see, I have it on this camera and I have it on this camera. So when I'm shooting, I can go back and forth between the two, right? If I'm doing the gig, but I want to get some fun photos for myself, I can just put these right on here and have it around my neck and walk around with this around my neck or go back and forth. And this is a DJI Action 4. It's a really, really neat camera, you know, just to have with you to do BTS or to get anything, because let's be honest, it's super sturdy and, you know, it's a touch screen, it's easy to use, and look at that. Look how clean that looks, you know. It's not as nice as the Pocket 3 that I'm using to record this right now, because you can see how that focuses like that. This has to be farther away to focus. And then lastly, we're gonna go right over here into this sleeve. And these are really depending on the shoot, but this is the DJI Mic 2. And right in here, I've got the dead cats, I've got the mic cable if I need to, I've got the charging cable, and I've got this. This is the DJI adapter. So if you use a Sony camera, it's got this right here that slides off, and this is a multi-shoot interface connector. So you can throw that right on your multi-shoot interface and it'll actually record directly onto your videos, which is really nice. So you actually don't need this cable, but I have the cable with me in case I'm using the mics on a different camera or something like that. Maybe I'm using on the Fuji, whatever, and this isn't gonna work, then I have the cable with me, but I just kind of have it hidden back here. So that way it's there if I need to. And then you just open this up and bam, here's your mic, here's your receiver, and here's your connectors. The other one isn't here because I have it over here with my other mic setup. My other setup that I was referring to is this. You can see this is by Rode, and this is just a nice little case, but when I open it up, I put one of my other DJI mics in here. And the reason for that is this can hook up to the Pocket 3 or the Action 4 via Bluetooth. So I don't even need those adapters or those connectors since it works via Bluetooth, and it works great for vlogging in those different style of videos. So I can have this right in here and then use something like this. This is a Rode Lav mic, and this runs about $99, but the nice thing is it plugs directly into here and the audio goes straight to it. So you don't need any extra adapters or anything like this. So if you're like me and you kind of want to have your mics more hidden, you can do that. And I have like these little tabs in here. So if I want to like connect it to my chest or anything like that, I can absolutely do something like that. And right here, here's, you know, a dead cat to muffle it. But that's what I mean when I say I have an extra mic setup. It's just something simple like this because I don't always want to have that big setup with me. If I'm just doing a vlog or a short video or something like that, I can have something small and simple like this, very nice. And all I gotta do is throw it in that charger case when I get back and we're good to go. And the last thing I have is the Freewell variable ND magnetic filters. Really, really nice filters. I do have some gripes with them. Like I said, I talked about in my review, but overall they do a really good job. If it's out too far, you do notice a lot of vignetting on the edges, which I'm not a fan of, but you have a base mist filter, your base ND filter, and then you have a 6 to 9 stop, ND 32 CPL, and then the other one is a CPL and a 2 to 5 stop. So you really can't go wrong with these, just the price point and the fact that you definitely do notice some vignetting on the edges. And then lastly, not a piece of camera gear, but this is pretty much essential to have in your bag. Tylenol, Advil, anything like that, just in case you get a headache or anything like that. That way you don't get sick on a flight, in a car, or whatever you're doing when you travel. This is the 25-liter bag, so I probably should have got the 35-liter bag, but I didn't realize I was gonna actually be getting all this equipment as fast as I did, so it might be time to sell this bag and upgrade to something else.